Good morning, you guys. A very warm welcome to all of you to this session of Hindu Aeon Reading Comprehension. Finally, we are streaming and live and working well for the last 2 days. Yesterday, we've been streaming, and today also. Thankfully, we are streaming. So, chill and kudos to all of that. Good morning to everyone who's joined me. Let us get started with our announcements for the day. Also, फटाफट announcements कर लेते हैं, and then we can get started. If you can see me and hear me, can you give me a quick yes or no so that I know I'm live and audible and visible? क्योंकि यही वाला stress मेरी जान ले लेता है. Alright, meantime, I will start my announcements. Remember to use CAT Live to unlock all our free classes and to view our plus and iconic courses. Remember to connect with me on Unacademy using Abhilasha_S and on Telegram using CAT. Here are some new batches which we have started on Unacademy, and you can take advantage of these and join these. Remember, using CAT Live will also give you a 10% off for CAT 22-23. So yeah, do use that. Also, guys, Unacademy CAT scholarship test. This is this amazing scholarship test that is happening. The first edition has already happened on the 26th. The next edition happens on 6th of Feb and thereafter on the 13th of Feb. Do make sure you're joining in. पूरा बढ़िया स्कॉलरशिप है और अमेजिंग प्राइजेस हैं. 6 p.m. पे है, 60 minutes, 30 questions. There will be video solutions for everyone. There will be free tests curated by our expert educators. You will get in-depth test analysis, live reports, and live analysis also by our top educators. So do enroll. All you need to do is get to the website or to the app and enroll using us. Rank 1 will get a MacBook Air, rank 3 and 2 will get iPhone XR and Apple AirPods, both smartwatches, and 10,000 Amazon gift vouchers. Also amazing prizes, guys. So do take advantage of this. And of course, the Mega Combat is also happening. The Mega Combat is happening, guys, on the 30th of January, noon. 30 questions hai, 60 minutes hai. You will get a lot of scholarships, guys. So combat को लिखो, scholarship लो, मजे करो. Remember, अभी CAT Live use कर लेना. GDPI का कोर्स हम लोग का लॉन्च हो चुका है. Please make sure that you're taking advantage of the GDPI courses and that you're joining in for the best amount of fun. CAT droppers, if you have dropped CAT, if you had written CAT 21 and you're dropping it, then this is the best scholarship that you can get. 30% scholarship if you have an 80 percentile and above straight away. और 10% अभी CAT Live से भी मिल जाएगा. Ask it out is available now, guys, on our website also. So take advantage of the Ask it out feature and ask all your doubts. Right? You can ask up to 3 doubts at a go and then get our solutions in a choice of your language. So that's the fun. Alright, let's get started. आज के वर्ड शुरू करते हैं. आज का आर्टिकल बहुत प्यारा है. It's a very lovely article from the Aeon Reading Comprehensions. I will also share the article with you. Do read it. It is a very interesting article. Very heart-rending. So akin, of course, means similar. That's our first word. Something is akin to another. That means it is similar in appearance, similar in look and feel. So akin means similar. Measured tones means very controlled language, very reserved manner of speaking. Transpired, of course, means occurred. So akin, similar, measured tones, controlled language. Transpired, occurred. Flinching, shaking, or just, just going a little back. That involuntary reaction that happens when a ball comes to you, you flinch. That's flinching. Behest, request. So I have joined this session at the behest of my friend. You can do that too, guys. If you share this session with your best friend and ask them to join this session at your behest, they will come and join, and I think this will be a session that may just change their lives. So request and appeal, ये देखो ये 2-in-1 खेल था. मतलब मीनिंग तो बता ही दिया, साथ में अपना सेशन भी प्लग कर दिया. So amazing marketing. Erstwhile, of course, means past. The erstwhile king of what? The erstwhile Nawab of Pataudi, of course, Saif Khan was never the Nawab of Pataudi, but anyway. Conflagration, of course, is fire. So that underscored, of course, is to emphasize. Underscore actually literally means to underline something. So when I do this, What am I doing? I am underscoring this word. So that means I'm trying to emphasize, and therefore emphasis. Evoke, of course, to bring to the mind or recollection. So when you're reminded of something, that is evoke. So this thing evokes a lot of lovely memories. Eradicated, do away with, khatam kar dena. And contrition, of course, is apology, to feel sorry or sad about something. So that's contrition. So ये हो गए हमारे आज के words. बहुत प्यारे प्यारे words हैं guys in today's article. All right, let's get started. On May 8, 1985, West Germany's President Richard von Weizsäcker delivered something akin to the Gettysburg Address. So here is the day, 8 May 1985, West German President Richard von Weizsäcker made a speech, right? The Gettysburg Address was a very famous speech by Lincoln, but so his speech was just as famous. Not for a nation in the midst of war, but for a country working through the memory and the meaning of a lost war 40 years after its end. So here is a country that has been floundering for the last 40 years, and this is the president who's trying to make sense of that war. There were, of course, vast differences in the two speeches. So the two speeches, the Gettysburg Address and von Weizsäcker's speech, were very, very different. Lincoln's speech to Union soldiers lasted all of 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. Weizsäcker's, by contrast, went on for 3/4 of an hour, so 45 minutes. The German president weighing each syllable of each word and delivering them in measured tones to smartly dressed representatives of parliament. So this man is speaking very slowly, very carefully. Whatever he's saying it with a lot of gravitas. Now that is a word that we have learned. Gravitas means a lot of seriousness, right? So that is how he's speaking. So to the smartly dressed representatives of parliament in the then capital city of Bonn. So in the capital city of Bonn, the president of West Germany is delivering this address. He takes about 45 minutes to speak, speaking very slowly, very in measured tones with a lot of gravitas. The two speeches also contrasted in the way they invoked the past. Still continuing with the first paragraph. So they also called on the past, but they have called on the past in a different manner. Marking a battle that had transpired 4 months earlier, Lincoln did not utter the word slavery. So Lincoln was talking of a very key matter. There was a war that had just happened 4 months ago, and Lincoln is talking about it. Instead, he evocatively recalled a time 407 years ago. So that means he's talking of a time that is 4 score means, I think, 48 and 7, that would be about 55 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, a score is 12. I'm not very sure. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Just check it up. So, when our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. So, Lincoln did not mention the word slavery. He did not mention the war. He spoke of a time when the country was born. Weizsäcker, somewhat in contrast, faced the Nazi past without flinching. Here is Weizsäcker, and he just talks of the Nazi past without stopping, without hesitating, without turning back at all. He pleaded that 8 May 1945, the day of defeat, not be separated from 30th January 1933, the day Hitler had seized power. So he said, let us not separate these 2 days. These 2 days were just the same for Germany. Weizsäcker's speech took place against the scandal caused by the US President Ronald Reagan's visit on the German Chancellor Helmut Kohl's behest to Bitburg Cemetery just days before. So the German Chancellor had invited Ronald Reagan, the then president, to come and visit the Bitburg Cemetery, and there was a big hue and cry about it. The cemetery contained the graves of US and German soldiers, and the visit was meant to be a symbolic act of reconciliation between these two erstwhile enemies. So, of course, Germany and US were big enemies, and here is the US president who comes and visits this cemetery. He was supposed to visit this cemetery so that they show that this is a symbolic reconciliation. Reconciliation means a patch up. So both countries have patched up. So, and that had in the course of 4 decades become close allies and friends. So now they are friends, and therefore they want to show that. But it was soon revealed that soldiers from the SS, the Nazi elite corps, were also buried in the cemetery. So here is that. Now this is why there is a hue and cry. The elite Nazi force soldiers are also buried in the same cemetery. And here is Ronald Reagan going and saying that, oh, this is for reconciliation. So that kind of touched a chord. And the international public reacted swiftly. So of course, there's a big hue and cry. Not mushrooming, snowballed into a controversy. Huh? See, this is how something snowballs into a controversy. So the president goes for a visit, and it turns out that there are some SS graves also, and that now snowballs into a controversy. Elie Wiesel, a Holocaust survivor and Nobel Peace Prize winning author of the Memoir Night 1960, told Reagan, that place, Mr. President, is not your place. Your place is with the victims of the SS. So now this has become a huge hue and cry. Okay. All right. Reagan and Kohl wanted to heal the wounds of the Second World War by drawing a Schlussstrich apparently a conclusion to the seemingly endless discussion of the conflagration. So of course there's always been this discussion going on, and they want to conclude it. So they're like, that is why they were trying to do this, but blew up in their face. I'm suddenly coming up with a lot of idioms. Blew up in their face. Became an embarrassing situation. Weizsäcker struck a more honest tone. So now Weizsäcker appeared to be more honest, more genuine when he comes out with his speech. He named the names of the groups who suffered. We remember and mourn all the dead of war and dictatorship. Weizsäcker intoned. So now he's saying that here are all the people who died because of the war and because of the dictatorship, and we are very sad about it. He underscored especially the 6 million Jews killed in concentration camps. So here is a public apology tendered by a German president to the world. And singled out the citizens of the Soviet Union and Poland. Then as he read through a scroll, so he's reading through a scroll of agony, because there are scores of people who are dead and their names are being mentioned. Weizsäcker mourned a third group, our countrymen. So here are 3 people who he mourns: the Jews, the people of Russia and Poland, and then the Germans. Less expected, Weizsäcker also evoked the memories of the murdered Sinti and Roma people. The Sinti and Roma are gypsies. Okay, the homosexuals killed, the mentally disabled whose lives the Nazis extinguished, and those they eradicated because of their religious and political conviction. So he also mentioned these groups also, other than those 3 major groups. Widely applauded, the speech did not go unopposed. So there was opposition, obviously there will be. The Bavarian politician Franz Joseph Strauss grumbled that all this endless mustering of the past in the form of ongoing national contrition paralyzes a people. So here is Joseph Strauss, who says, if you keep feeling sorry about it, it kind of paralyzes you. It puts you in a limbo. Nevertheless, the speech, as it was called, reached an immense audience, published in newspapers and magazines, reprinted as a book, distributed gratis. The speech was also recorded on a 33 RPM record. So it was also recorded on a record. In the summer of 1985, I was a recent college graduate living in a small town in Germany and working in a local factory. After hearing that speech, a conservative neighbor took me aside. Weizsäcker spoke from our hearts, she whispered to me. To her, what he had said was not about party politics, because here was Helmut Kohl, who had brought Ronald Reagan, and here was Weizsäcker, who did not have Ronald Reagan, and therefore he also did not have the controversy. It was about the truth of things. Weizsäcker's speech created an opening, a chance to speak truth. Oh, So here was an opening, here was an opportunity for millions of Germans to come out and say what they wanted to say about the Hitler era and the concentration camps and such like, for the world to understand that not all Germans were Hitler, and that was what this speech was all about. Very interesting article, guys. I will suggest that you go on to Aeon Essay and read this article. All right, here it is, your first question. Which of the following is the purpose of the first paragraph? I generally ask you for the purpose of the passage, but here it is, the first paragraph only. What was the purpose of the first paragraph? To deny the devastation of Germany, to compare the two speeches of Lincoln and Weizsäcker, to detail the hopelessness caused by Hitler, to define the German problem and its solution. Come on, guys, let's get your answers in. I hope everybody has liked the session. If you haven't yet liked it, please make sure you like it. For me to be able to bring these really beautiful articles out and make questions on them, you have to keep liking these sessions. Also share them. Let me take a look at who all have joined me today. Preeti, good morning. Dishani, Ankit, Preeti, Shruti, Amisha, Shreya, Dishani, Garima, Shashank, Sandhya, Chetan, Jyoti, Disha, Aman, Exner, Sanjeev. Oh, good morning, Aditi, Archit, Kundan. All right, I've started getting my answers. Beautiful. Good morning, Jagannath. All right, wonderful. To deny the devastation, the first paragraph does not deny any devastation. They have very beautifully accepted the devastation of Germany also. To compare the two speeches of Lincoln and Weizsäcker, yes, that is what this first paragraph does. It compares and it also contrasts, so gives you the similarities, gives you the differences also. To detail the hopelessness caused by Hitler, that is not done in the first paragraph. So that is something that comes within the speech of Weizsäcker. The hopelessness that has been caused by Hitler is within that speech, where Weizsäcker gives you a list of all the people who have been affected. To define the German problem and its solution, there is no German problem. There is that of paralysis or that of hopelessness, but that was not discussed in the first paragraph. All right, let's go to the second question. What is the inference from the passage, and which one of these is not to be inferred? And that will be your answer. Come on, let's take a moment. Everybody, please make sure you've liked the session. So Reagan was trying to heal old wounds. German leader's speech had more weight. Even Germans were affected by Hitler's reign of terror, and Weizsäcker mentioned many small groups in his speech. Which of these is not inferred? So eliminate the ones that are inferred. Reagan was trying to heal old wounds. Yes, we can say that. So that is something that we can infer, right? The German leader's speech had more weight than Reagan's visit, of course, which was a fiasco. So let us write inferred there. Even Germans were affected by Hitler's reign of terror is also something that we can infer. So let's eliminate. So Weizsäcker mentioned many small groups in his speech is the one that is actually mentioned in the passage. When he talks in his speech, he talks of Romans, Polish people, Germans, homosexuals, Romas, Sintis, and other people also. So therefore, your correct answer should be D, guys. Yes, I do see D. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful. So D is the one that's actually mentioned in the passage and therefore cannot be the answer here. All right, let's go to the next question. Each of these is true according to the passage except. तो कौन से वाले true है वो pick कर लो, छोड़ दो, and then whatever remains will be your correct answer. So 6 million Jews were killed in concentration camps. That's your first statement. Many Sinti and Roma were killed too. That's your second statement. The Bitburg Cemetery has graves of soldiers of SS. And Weizsäcker was president of East Germany. So here you are. Which one of these is true? Eliminate that. Whatever remains becomes your answer. Very quickly, guys. All right, let's take a moment. So 6 million Jews were killed in concentration camps is true. Many Sinti and Roma were killed too. Bitburg Cemetery has graves of SS soldiers also is true. Weizsäcker was president of East Germany was not mentioned. We don't know if he was president of East Germany. Just mentioned he was president of Germany, whose capital city was Bonn. But I don't know if that was this Germany or that Germany. So yeah, so therefore the correct answer will be D, guys. That's the one that's not mentioned, and so D will be your correct answer. Okay, super good. All right, the next one. Which of the following can be the tone of the author? Was the writer acerbic, reprimanding, laudatory, or factual? When he says Weizsäcker's speech created an opening, a chance to speak truth. हाँ, distortion था, बिल्कुल. So one country was Germany, the other was West Germany. Everybody, please make sure you like the session. All right. Yes, this is very, very laudatory. Absolutely. Speech created an opening, a chance to speak the truth. The author is very positive about this. He's not being acerbic. He's not reprimanding. He's not factual. Here it is very opinionated and very, I think it was full of praise. That is what that old woman was trying to say. The conservative neighbor was trying to say. All right. What is the meaning of gratis except? So which of these is the meanings, and then eliminate that, and whatever remains will be your answer. No worries, guys. Everybody, please make sure you have liked the session also. Thank you so much. Okay. Is it free? Is it cheap? Is it as a favor? Is it without charge? What is the meaning of gratis? Eliminate that, and whatever remains will be your answer. Come on, guys. So yes, so gratis means something done for free. It comes from the root grat, which means gratitude or thanks. Okay, so therefore free is a meaning, so cannot be the answer. As a favor is also a meaning, so cannot be the answer. Without charge is also a meaning, so cannot be the answer. And therefore, yes, the correct answer will be B, cheap. Cheap. Gratis means free, something done out of gratitude. Remember the phrase ex gratia? So when there is an accident or some natural calamity or a disaster, then the government pays ex gratia money, right? That means money that you don't have to work for, you get it just as, just thanks or just out of gratitude. Thank God you're still here. Thank God we've got you. So that is ex gratia, through or by gratitude or by gratuity, right? So that's ex gratia. So that is also free. Gratis again means anything that is done free. Remember the root word grat, G-R-A-T, means free, means thanks. ठीक है, तो ये. All right, let's get your scores in, everyone. फटाफट बताओ तुम्हारे scores क्या हैं. Yes, cheap is the answer. Absolutely. Yes, yes. All right, let's get your scores in, everyone. What are your scores? देखें. आज के सेशन सिंपल हैं. आज हमारा एक 12 बजे सेशन है वोकैबुलरी का, और उसके बाद एक 4 बजे सेशन है हमारा फ्री सेशन. 5 बजे वाला कोर्स आज नहीं है. दैट विल हैपन अगेन ऑन मंडे. सो आज हमारा वो नहीं है. All right, scores very good. Archit 3, Aman 5, Garima 3, Amisha 4, Shruti 4, Dishani 4, Preeti 5, Ruchit 3, Rishabh 3, Jyoti 3, Disha 3, Komal 3, Sanjeev 4, Xnerv 3. Very good, you guys. Anyone who's got a 5, that's Aman and Preeti Gorai. 2 people have got a 5 on 5. That's very good. I'm very happy. Do make sure that you're reading the article. Aeon essays का शुरू का first row में से ही मिल जाएगा. It's about Germany and Hitler and speeches. So do look it up. It's a beautiful article. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's session as much as I enjoyed discussing today's article. I will look forward to more sessions like this every single day. Do remember to join me every morning at 9 a.m. for this beautiful, beautiful session where we discuss these lovely RCs. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you at noon for our vocabulary session. Adios, mere amigos. Remember to hit like, share, subscribe and the bell icon, and also to use AbhiCat Live to subscribe to Combat, to UCST and to your General Plus and Iconic courses.